We all know how important community engagement is in today's society, but not everyone realizes how it ties in with public health. From a medical perspective, you can volunteer at a clinic or hospital or help the Red Cross host blood drives. And from a more direct community perspective, you can be volunteering and helping out with food distribution or some kind of house build or community home renovation. But looking at the grand picture, community engagement can make a positive impact in the global economy, as well as bridge socioeconomic gaps in making a positive change. Here at VCU, the Academic Scholars Program in Real Environments, also known as ASPiRE, is a 2-year living learning community engagement program that I was a part of during my undergraduate years. ASPiRE deepened my understanding of positive change in communities, and this was taught through rigorous coursework as well as co-curricular community engagement opportunities here in Richmond. Currently, I work as the ASPiRE student liaison, who not only assists the ASPiRE staff with the day-to-day responsibilities, but I also get to lead these current students on different community engagement opportunities that we have with different Richmond community partners. One of those partners happens to be the Habitat for Humanity Restore Warehouse, a nonprofit home improvement and donation center that sells new and gently used articles and items at a fraction of the retail price. What I like is that these items include house building materials, refrigerators, furniture, paints, and honestly the list goes on. A few things that I helped out with at the Habitat Restore Warehouse was rearranging tiles and organizing paints. Every time I was there, we did something different, and that's really cool. Habitat's Restore Warehouse isn't exclusive to any populations per se, because it's still a store, and what's going on is that all the proceeds go towards the house builds that are for the communities and classes that teach how to, properly care for your home. Another similar partner to Habitat Restore is Hands Up Ministries, and they solely do housing projects for the underserved populations here in Richmond. Some of the things that I did there was partake in some minor demolitions, so that can include tearing walls down, knocking the chimney over, and we did this because the chimneys and all the walls and whatever we're demolishing is old and can also cause a public health issue because there could be crazy kinds of molds and bacteria, as well as any wildlife that may be carrying diseases. Other than that, we've also done some painting and rearranging and moving furniture from their old house and into the new one. So it's not always housing that may be the issue with people in underserved populations and communities. It could also be access to food, because there are definitely pockets in Richmond that are known as food deserts, which is where they don't have access to a grocery store. To counter this, a community partner known as the Feed More Food Bank goes directly into the communities through their distribution program and as well as their food trucks, and they give these food pantries and community centers food that's been donated to them. And these foods can include meats, canned goods, and even fresh produce that they get from local Richmond farms. There's also an organization called Fit for Kids. What they do is that they promote physical activity and healthy eating among children. One of the programs that they created was the Fruits and Veggies Week. And they partnered with different schools in the Richmond city, and they introduced different fruits and vegetables to the kids during their lunch breaks. I was placed at Bellevue Elementary School, and the vegetables we had to introduce that day were broccoli and cauliflower. Not a fan of cauliflower. I don't like it for some reason. It doesn't taste right. When I got there, I got to assist the lunch staff by cleaning the vegetables. Then we put them in little dishes for the kids to sample. I forgot how much of a thing peer pressure was back in elementary school, because they would not touch it unless they see someone else eat it. And most of the time that was me, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I think it was like the fourth cauliflower. I kind of coughed up a little bit, but they all loved the broccoli at least. The cauliflower, they would taste it, laugh at me, and go on with their day. You would think with all these great community partners that Richmond would be at such a high level, but we haven't gotten there yet. We're definitely better than where we were years ago, but it still isn't enough because we still have neighborhoods such as Mosby Court and Gilpin Court where the residents actually make close to $12,000 on an annual salary. Nearly 80% of them have to rely on food stamps just to get a meal, and nearly 70% of them are below the poverty line. So we can do a lot more. We're in public health. We're here for the betterment of everyone's well-being and their health, but we're not done yet. We are not done yet.